Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. You're. You're. Nigga gay. The nigga act gay. The nigga act gay. Yo.
You're shopping this weekend, you're going to be paying a little more. Starting tomorrow, sales tax across Chicago and five. You're shopping this weekend, you're going to be.
We begin in the Middle East where
This morning, eBay has agreed
now to an update.
It's right. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, man? It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all know what it is tonight, man. It's a Savage Night News. Let's go. Woo! Woo! Hold on, why my symbol? Look, let me see. Bring my symbol down, man. I gotta represent. Maybe I should throw it in that corner. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in this corner. Represent myself. That's my logo right there, man. What's up? What the fuck? Okay. So this supposed to be my little cameo part. Okay. Don't ever disrespect my symbol now. That's your boy logo right there now. Lock that in place. Video. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, maybe it's something going on. Oh, is that it? That's weird. Oh, that's super weird. Okay. Yeah, that's weird as hell. Okay, let me make sure. Never disrespect my symbol, nigga. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy. And this is the Savage Night News. We're going to get right into it. Y'all already know what's going on, man. They said Saudi Arabia going crazy, Jake. They helping the United States fight back, man. They need to. It's inevitable. They have to. And we signed a deal with them. So let's get right to it. Crack it like and it's your boy Angelo Savage. What's going on in the chat? Miss Ladybug, what's going on, gang? Shit. We chilling, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Angelo Savage, the Savage Night News. And we got to get it cracking real quick. We're going to do a quick little hour and get skedaddle. We're going to skedaddle out of here. You hear me? Real quick. Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the love. For sure, for sure, for sure. Definitely appreciate the love, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Let's get right into this, man. And if y'all don't know, this is how we're gonna structure the show. I gotta remind everyone for the one time, for the fun time. You hear me? We're gonna react to these certain videos. If you have something to say, please subscribe to the channel. Let me make sure, because we don't want no disruptions tonight, okay? Because I gotta get, look, not everybody's able to chat, okay? Only the people that subscribe. I just changed that right now. So if you're not subscribed, you cannot talk to the boy. Sorry, and just like that, you know what I mean? We got a delicate show going on tonight. We gotta make sure everything's flowing copacetically. You hear me? So I appreciate the love, everybody that's coming in the chat. If you got something to say and you want to comment on one of the videos, please comment below. And at the end of every reaction, I will be replying to your comments to, give some commentation on that. All right. Definitely appreciate the love, y'all, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel and go check out my other channels. I do food reactions, I do gun channels, I do all types of stuff, bro. Whatever you think that a nigga doing, I'm doing it. News reaction. You know what's funny? I like the news because I like old people. And the old people watch news all day. And I always be like commenting on it with them all the time about it. So anyway, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's see what's going on in the world right now. Let's get it cracking, lagging. Let's go, gang. It's your boy Savage. Let's keep it going. Sorry.
We begin in the Middle East, where days of calm have been shattered. Breaking overnight, the U.S. and Saudi Arabia launched airstrikes on Iranian-backed groups in Iraq. The U.S. Central Command says it was in response to more than 30 attempted drone attacks on U.S. forces and Saudi energy sites over the last few days. The U.S. military also says it thwarted an attempted surprise attack on U.S. troops yesterday. Central Command says Iran's Revolutionary Guard launched multiple ballistic missiles at forces in the Middle East, but they were, quote, successfully intercepted. Aaron McClain joins us now. He's a CBS News security analyst and host of the School of War podcast. Aaron, good morning. Thanks for joining us. So let's break this down. What does this reported surprise attack tell us about Iran's military capabilities?
Well, they still have the capability to shoot ballistic missiles and drones at American forces in the region and our partners. And look, they are trying to keep the pressure up. They want political pressure on the Trump administration here in the United States. They want pressure on energy markets. And they clearly calculate that either the president won't retaliate with the kind of massive escalation he repeatedly talks about but hasn't followed through on, or they assess that they'll survive whatever that retaliation will be. They want the United States to leave the region, and this is their way of keeping the pressure up.
Now, Aaron, with the Saudis joining the U.S. in the fighting, does that complicate efforts to keep this war from spreading throughout the region?
Well, so this is an interesting subplot of the last few days, and I think separate from the question of the Iranian ballistic missile strike overnight. So the Saudis have been getting hit in recent days by Iranian-backed proxies out of Iraq. Those proxies have been shooting drones at energy targets in Saudi. By the way, the Houthis out of Yemen have been doing the same thing. So these strikes that you saw overnight were a Saudi-U.S. joint effort to retaliate against those proxies. We've seen events like this, other Gulf allies joining us for this or that specific operation. So, no, I don't think this marks a particular kind of escalation, but it's...
I'll say this. They should have been doing that. If the United States is fighting Iran and Iran is your foe and they're our foe, then foe gotta go. You hear me? I'm just saying, like, if they're attacking our military bases on your land, it would only make sense that you help us attack them or allow them to keep continuously attacking your country, because that's really what they're attacking, because they're attacking the United States like I guess embassies or military bases, but they're attacking your country to do said thing. And if they can touch us in your country, they're going to touch you, because we're the ones almost honestly protecting you. So it's best that we work together. Like when Trump was saying that we should come together and block the strait, nobody gets in and out. Be honest, if you just take control of the shit, then that's just what it is, right? But everybody's like, they playing, pussycat, so they don't want to do anything. Okay, so be it then. Now, everybody suffers. And when everybody suffers, the land is given to whoever wants to take it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this got to stop. We can blame Trump. I don't care who to blame, personally. I just know this shit got to stop, man. We in Chicago out here, man. Oil going for 480 G for the unleaded G. I can't go. I don't go anywhere. I stay in the house, okay? I don't go nowhere. I feel bad for my buddies with the V8s. I only have a 4-cylinder, twin turbo. My buddies out here with the V8s, they struggling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all paying almost $550 for the super unleaded. You know what I'm saying? The premium. I mean, I got this. I got the regular unlimited shit. I got the 87. They need the 93. But what I'm saying here is, if it makes sense that the Saudis help the United States fight Iran due to the fact that they're attacking Iran's land when they're attacking U.S. military bases on their land. Same goes to Kuwait. Same goes to Qatar. Same goes to the AUE. Like, to be honest, y'all all should be attacking at the same time. Facts. With Israel, since Israel is the real reason why we're into this, right? Right. So we need to come to a mutual understanding that there might be a problem if we all don't get together, right? Like, we got to get this over with. Like, either Trump, you're going to do what you say you're going to do, as in you're going to attack or you're not going to attack, man. Simple as that. That's how I look at it. Like, I think Trump, he false flagging, G. He ain't going to do it. He said he going to hit the infrastructure, huh? The energy, huh? He's not going to do it because they're threatening to hit your enemies. Look, I think what's going to come from this is they're going to continue to make what they were making prior to us attacking them was just a waste of a lot of money. And we're going to have to give leverage over to other countries. You know, we're going to have to let other countries possess certain type of stuff we wouldn't let Iran possess because we can no longer protect them because we're not over there. Does that make sense? Like, our leverage, like, they just gave us a lot of money for protection and now we can't protect them. That's how I look at this whole situation, folks. And that's how you should look at this whole situation. They gave us hundreds of billions of dollars just for us to protect them, yet we cannot protect them. That's a spit in the face to our country. That's a spit in the face to the Saudis, the Qatar, AUE, you know, all that. That's a very big spit in the face for them because they thought, even get gifted the president a whole plane, G. They like, man, I need that plane back. Y'all can't even protect us. Our people are scared. Give us some type of, you know, leniency to think that everything is going to be okay. The only thing that comes behind this is they're going to be the last ones with, like, atomic bombs and shit. You know what I'm saying? The real shit. But you don't want it. I ain't going to lie with you. You don't want atomic bombs on these type of people because they're willing to kill themselves. Like, yeah, Kim Jong-un, we scared of him, but he know and we know that he don't really want to do that. But these niggas different. They'll kill themselves for their purpose. You know what I'm saying? Just cause. You get what I'm saying? They'll press the button. It's best that we don't allow them to get atomic bombs. You know what I'm saying? We just can't do that, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me what you think about in this conversation, man. I'm just tired of speaking on this subject. It's tiring. It's exhausting. Israel is like, they're like that person, like I said, Israel's playing that role where you hit and then you hide and let the big brother come and try to defend you, but the big brother is taking a beating, and then Israel's sitting there. The big brother's like, all right, man, I'm tired of fighting. You tired of fighting? Iran's like, yeah, I'm tired of fighting too. Israel's like, As soon as we about to make a deal, Israel come out to cut little brother, punch him in the face again, get it rocking again. That's how I look at this situation. To be honest, Israel's the problem. Sorry. I'm just saying the obvious out loud, right? I'm just telling y'all what is the obvious that everyone's understanding. Everyone's knowing Israel's the problem. Please, if they're not, let me know in the comment section, for real. Because this would not really be happening without them. They trigger happy. We got to go in and defend them. And now we got to come up with some type of lame reason to attack them and waste billions of our money when we don't really care to do that. And now we've kind of dug our own grave at this point. And it's like, damn, you're going to fuck up our economy. You're going to spend unnecessary money that we do not have to do what? To be at a standstill? Worst case scenario, I'm be honest, best case scenario is that we just stop it right now and we lose all the money we've put into this shit. And it's probably over $100 billion. Best case scenario. Ain't that some shit? It's like you fighting because it's like everybody got their testosterone, everybody just want to fight. And it's like, bro, look, I understand you don't want this from them, but you should have just kept the deal Obama had in place. But I understand you don't want them to build something at all. It's like, dude, let them be. Israel's the real problem. We should be trying to organize. And then you got to think about it. Our government is trying to attach Israel to our country. The House passed a bill. They're trying to include our CIA with theirs. I'm like, no, bro. No. Like, no. Like, dude, I'm not trying to wish bad on our country. I love United States of America, bro. But I'm gonna say this, bro, and I think this is, and I'm just an African American man in America, just looking on the outside, looking in. I didn't really get into this stuff until Trump was in office, and I started to actually try to educate myself a little bit on it, and I started to realize from the outside looking in, I'm like, wait, they're gonna let our country fall. We're gonna fall if we continue this behavior. Like, literally, we're public enemy number one to all these other countries, and they're willing to, and then we're letting people in without, any screening. So it's inevitable, to be honest, if you want to think about it that way. We're almost killing ourselves from the inside out anyway, without like any like migration or anything. It's like, look at AI, what we're doing. We're about to crash our own economy because we're in an invisible fight with everybody. That being said, man, look, I think, I'm be honest, United States might not be the United States in like 100 years. I don't think so. I don't think we make it to another 100. It's a mystery how we even got to the first 250, to be honest. All this progression happened in the last 100 years. The government, the Federal Reserve was not created until 1914. I believe IRS wasn't created around that time too. So it's like, we're really not that old if you think about it. But now since our financial structure was financially structured, we've already are pivoting to losing so much money due to fraud, due to excessive spending, just a bunch of goofy shit. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. It's kind of weird, dude. It's like, I don't think United States stands the test of time over time. Like, I don't think we're gonna live to be like, I don't know. I'm not going to say that we're going to be overtaken because people like, oh, that'll never happen. Never say never. Because the way shit is moving, it might seem like it's a very possibility. That being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Make sure you subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. It's your boy. Peace out. All right, let's go to the channel. He said, just want to look at some stuff. He said, do you like Mexico? I don't have anything against Mexico other than the cartels controlling shit. Other than that, and plus they're controlling y'all government. Other than that, no, I don't really too much have a problem with Mexico. To be honest, Mexico is almost protected too in a way because they are surrounded by water as well. And plus they're connected to us. So to be honest, it would probably be in the best interest of all countries that are connected to us to just unite with us and like we have one agenda. Yeah. So yeah, that's that open Mexico. I don't have nobody really be thinking about Mexico unless you hear violence coming from there. Like, I don't think nobody really thinks about Mexico for real. Like it's like an irrelevant country. Not really. It's not irrelevant, but it's like, I don't think no one listens. No one really is thinking about Mexico. They're not really fighting other people. Like, when the last time Mexico was fighting another country? Like, y'all not doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not really making no boss moves like that. The only thing I think Mexico personally is doing is within their country, they're allowing the cartels to either threaten their government or take over the government by coercion, finance and or like death. Like they're like to threaten someone of high power's family. That's or if they didn't, they would let them go anyway, or they would try to get rid of them because I remember Trump offered for us to bring in our military to take out the cartel, but the cartel runs Mexico, so yeah, Mexico's cool though. Other than that, I love Mexican bitches. Yeah, big booty hoes. Look, anyway, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We back to another one. y'all know what it is, man. Y'all gonna get Savage reacts around here, boy. Don't play with me. Don't ask me no stupid questions. You're gonna get stupid answers in this bit. You hear me? Anyway, y'all subscribe to the channel for sure. Let's get it. So, let's see. It seems like we got another tax hike in the state of Illinois, really Chicago and the surrounding counties. Let's see what has to do with it, man. This is crazy.
Weekend, you're going to be paying a little more. Starting tomorrow, sales tax across Chicago and 5 collar counties will be going up.
WGN's Brian McCrae reports on what this will look like for your wallet.
It's no secret, living in certain parts of Illinois, things can add up fast, especially in Chicago.
The taxes keep going up, and Illinois is like the highest taxes in the country.
On Saturday, another tax hike takes effect.
It's kind of gut-wrenching. I think that is going to affect things, and I think it's really hard, and it's egregious.
Local store owner Sarah Plocker is talking about Senate Bill 2111. The bill passing in Springfield last October, voting to raise sales tax from 10.25% to 10.5%.
All we ever do is just keep raising the prices and raising the prices and raising the prices and doing more and not cutting back on anything, right, or living within the lane that you should or what we can afford.
Illinois State Representative Steve Reich in McHenry County opposing the bill, saying the people in his county are being asked to shell out money for a system they don't use.
This is just another way of paying for something that should be dealt with in another manner, and McHenry County, I'll be honest with you, has no business being part of this bureaucracy.
The increase going into effect will hit all of Chicago, including the 5 collar counties, DuPage, Kane, Lake, McHenry, and Will. Democratic State Senator Ram Villavam, who spearheaded the bill, sent WGN this statement, reading in part, as part of Senate Bill 2111 to create a world-class public transit system in Illinois that is safe, reliable, accessible, and integrated.
I don't think it will ever stop. It'll just keep going up and up and up. And that's just the way Illinois works.
Yeah, unfortunately, y'all feed into it. Y'all protesting. Y'all not against it. You're too busy worrying about what Trump is doing. Trump is lowering the taxes. Y'all hiring the taxes up. Look, at the end of the day, it didn't go up too much. It went up 0.25%, but that's just 0.25% more than I had to pay a day before. And that's the problem. They saying, oh, we're going to fund the transit system. Look, that's the reason why you said you upped the taxes on the tolls. That's the reason why you increase other taxes in states outside of places that even get the public transportation. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about the Metro, the Union Station. They're talking about the PACE. They're talking about the CTA. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's like they're just going to tax you at the wazoo until y'all complain about it. But what's going to happen is they're going to eat it, and then they're going to just complain temporarily like this woman, and then they're just going to continue about their day. That's exactly what's going to happen. Nothing's going to change. This has been going on forever. Like, taxes are going to increase. And the problem I'm having is with this, for the people that's in the state of Illinois, you know this. Like, it's not just Chicago. It's Cook County. Cook County, bro. DuPage County. Kane County. Lake County. McHenry County. And Will County, nigga. Joliet. Up in Skokie. Up in Kane County, J. You going all the way damn near to Aurora. From Chicago, you going 40 miles out in every direction from Chicago, from Cook County, 40 miles out in every direction, and we're going to tax all of them because they're the ones with the highest population. Everyone outside of that, it doesn't really matter because the population is so small. You get what I'm saying? But then again, can you complain? Because at the end of the day, I complain because I don't vote that way. I vote against all this shit, to be honest. I don't vote with J.B. Priest. I'm anti him, right? And the only reason I'm like that is because of the fact that guys like that, they smile in your face. Like, I tell people this, and I'm going to stand on business with this. J.B. Priester is a wolf in a sheep outfit. And he sits there and he smiles in your face. He goes on the gay pride parades. He says anti-Trump. He says anti-ICE. And then he looks at your face and then tax you more money. And then he justifies it by saying it's for the transit system. Sir, you've already increased our tax for that reason this year, by the way, already. Twice. And now they're putting more taxes on, but because this is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know what happens in the state of Illinois. What they do is they try to alleviate tax temporarily from other sectors of the country, temporarily, may I add. And if you don't know, if you're in the state of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker was supposed to speak on the tax for gasoline. The tax of it was supposed to be, because he did an exemption where he removed it. And when you remove tax off of gasoline, of course, the gasoline either stagnates to where it was at because of the tax, or it drops lower. But that was only for a certain amount of time. So what J.B. Pritzker do is he prolonged it for 6 more months. What's happening in 6 months, G? The midterm election. So he paused it for 6 more months so then y'all can be distracted. And y'all be like, oh, man, the tax is good. As soon as he's in order, he might pause it again. But they do it. They only do it for the amount of time they're in office, so then you can reelect them to keep it going. But that's not it. He also tried to remove the tax on food, but not snacks. Only like I believe it has to be food. He removed the tax on it, but then he put the tax back. He took the tax off of food items, but increased the sales tax on everything else to justify him removing the tax from the food items. So in a way, we do have pros in the state of Illinois. We don't pay tax on certain food items, but we have increased taxes on other food items. So that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Like we eat it. That's it. You know, people gonna justify it. It's not gonna stop people from spending stupid money. It's not gonna stop people from running the credit cards, running the debit cards. Y'all just gonna look up and be like, oh, what's 10 cents? What's 0.25 of a cent? Yeah, look, what 0.25 of a cent is just gonna add to every time you make a purchase. You get what I'm saying? So yes, it's 10.50%. But we gotta eat something like, say, if you're not in Cook County, Will County has to eat it. McHenry County has to eat it. Will County, Kane County, Lake County, they all got to, DuPage County, they all got to eat that too, because Chicago's making bad choices with their money, and they're trying to squeeze the limit as much as they can to get as much as they can out of it. Even though, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, they're never going to remove that. You think they're going to remove the sales tax and bring it back down? They will never do that. So when they increase sales tax, when they increase property tax, when they increase requirements on things, bro, when they fund things that don't need actual money, they just make jobs up to launder the money back into their pockets. Like the sales tax on marijuana in our state, they have a fund that just holds it. The whole time they're using that money to make money. I'm just letting y'all know what's going on in the state of Illinois, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually going on. You can Google it. They hide money. Like, they're basically laundering it. I'm not going to say directly they're laundering it, but they're basically doing it. They're taking the money and they're hiding it. They're moving it around, but they're not spending on how they're supposed to spend it. So they're just increasing the tax on this little old lady. Y'all see this little lady right here? Old lady. Crow's feet. She's stressing. How they going to do that to her? Don't tell me you can look this old lady in the face and say, tax her more. I could never. But that's just what it is in the state of Illinois, ladies and gentlemen. So if you live here, you know, at least you're in those areas. I'm within these borders. I'm within Cook, DuPage, Will, Kane, and McHenry, and Will County. You know what I'm saying? Lake County. And that's the majority of everybody pretty much in Chicago and Chicago suburbs. So eventually, J.B. Pritzker did also propose, ladies and gentlemen, that he wants to now start charging everyone for bags. So that's literally a state of Chicago, as a city of Chicago thing, where they charge you 10 cents per bag that you use. And the example is like, well, we want to charge you for bags because we want you to use reusable bags. Really, they just want to charge your ass money for a plastic bag. So J.B. Pritzker proposed that we do it to the whole state and not just the city of Chicago. See the problem here? They the officials in the city of Chicago, they're spending money out the wazoo. They're laundering it, whatever they're doing. They're not paying people their pensions. So they look up to the governor. The governor's like, you know what, do it to the whole state. Let's charge the whole state it. We can make more money. Let's up the tolls on the whole state because the city of Chicago can't afford their systems because they're not balancing their budget correctly because they're advocating money to the wrong directions. And this is almost public, ladies and gentlemen. This is public. This isn't something that is like hidden. You can Google all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And find this information out. It's just the fact that this is the reason why we're losing the Bears. Bears going to Indiana. Why? Because they're trying to put tax on entertainment. So when you buy a ticket at the Bears Stadium, they're trying to tax you more. They're trying to put more tax on shit. They're like, man, we can play no sales tax over in Indiana at all. The tickets will actually be cheaper. You just got to go 17 minutes down the street. And it's next to a casino. You can have some fun. You know what I'm saying? You can enjoy yourself. So that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually, we're going to push people out of the state that can't afford the high taxes. And we're going to pretend like we can hold it until you can't afford to move. Like I tell people, eventually it's going to come to an aspect, and I'm not over-exaggerating here. The lady just said we have the highest taxes in the country. We sure do. We have the highest property tax in the whole country, the state of Illinois. It will not be wise for you to buy a home in this state. Just saying. You would be better to go to Indiana. You would be better just to cross the tracks and buy a home right there off the tracks. On the other side of the border. You get a better bang for your buck. You get what I'm saying? The state is just not becoming desirable as much as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's losing its stocks. The stocks are down in the state of Illinois. Definitely in Chicago. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. This is very a shame. Like, I don't like to think about these situations because this is my home state. This is my home city. One day we might have to leave it. Unfortunately, because the leadership. Now, I'm going to say this one more thing and I'm going to get off. It's not just the fact that they're upping the tax. It's the rules. It's the lack of security. It's the liberalism. I'm going to be honest, bro. The state is so liberal, bro. And I don't want to make this political, but they're forcing certain things on our children. We know what it is. I don't want to say it. They're forcing things on our kids. They're making them live this certain lifestyle. So your kids are being degenerate. They're increasing your tax. Your tax is going to be so much eventually, bro. You're not going to be able to afford to leave. You're going to have to stay because it will be almost impossible to leave because it's so expensive to leave from the area. It's almost like a trap. So I want you guys to think about this situation when you are coming to the state of Illinois. Spend your money, think about things, but think about how expensive things are. They're trying to turn this into a little like mini New York City. They're trying to put tolls up in the north side so you can get into the city. I'm like, what's going on, bro? They're trying to tax us for every little thing. Y'all increasing taxes over time. Like, what about the people that can't afford this shit? What about there's a lot of homeless people or just poor people. And then you're mad that you have to give them benefits to survive. It's a catch-22, ladies and gentlemen. And if you live in this state, you would know. You know exactly what I'm talking about, man. Y'all look at the state from the inside looking out. Y'all might think, oh, JB Priss is a great guy. Look, the nigga's he's a wolf. He's a wolf he's a wolf in a sheep outfit, bro. And he hides amongst the sheep, and then he pretends like he's the great Dun Don. You know what I'm saying? The one that's the savior. He pretends like he's the savior, but really he's causing the problems. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. If you know, you know. If you don't, you won't. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that. It's your boy Savage. It's a Savage Report. Peace. Alrighty now. Let me read some comments really quick. Based on that commentation, man. It's when it comes to the state of Illinois, bro, I get a little passionate. Can I say that? I get a little passionate when it comes to our state because I love my city, man. I really do. It's just unfortunate that we allowed somebody to come in here and he is manipulating the situation as if he's trying to help us. He gives us, the black people, let me give him Emmett Till Day to make him feel comfortable. And then 2 days later, I'm going to give the authority for children. And this did just happen. I want you guys to Google this. If I'm lying, I'm dying. 2 days after he gave everybody the Emmett Till Day. Cool, whatever. Good for the blacks, right? He allowed children to get birth control without the consent of their parent. So what? They can get contraceptives, birth control, and abortions without their parents are present or a consent. I'm like, what type of degeneracy are we promoting in this state? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're already low on the birth rate. It's probably best that we don't advise people to get abortions younger than the age of 18. You know what I'm saying? Without the consent of their parents or their knowledge. Yeah. Sorry, man. It's best that you get your family and escape now. All right, back to this. It says, we're not leaving, are you? Oh, you say you not leaving, are you? Man, hey, man. If I gotta leave, I gotta go. You said, what's that dude? What's that song? He said, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. Yeah, facts. I don't want to leave Illinois, bro. I don't want to leave Chicago, bro. I really love my city. I was born and raised in this shit. And it hurts me because a person with the mentality like me, bro, we don't survive in a city like that. Because you got all like the bad energy. It's like almost like the devil's trying to attack you. But really it's the gays. It's the cis guys. It's the teachers touching on the kids. If I'm lying, I'm down. I'm telling you, I'm not saying anything that has not recently just happened within the last 10 days. The teachers touching on the kids, bro. They telling the kids that your sexuality means more than your education. You know what I'm saying? They just confusing them at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're confusing the humans. The adults. They're confusing the kids. They're increasing the taxes. They blame Donald Trump for all of it. It's like Donald Trump didn't raise the tax in Chicago and all the surrounding counties. J.B. Prister just did that. Chicago just did that. He didn't raise the taxes on the tolls. J.B. Prister's doing that. But then he pretends like he's, the victim, and then he speaks, and he's a good speaker, dude. I'm gonna be honest. He knows how to talk, and I don't know where he learned this at, because J.B. Prister did not have any political stance in politics at all prior to becoming the governor of Illinois. I want y'all to understand that. He's a billionaire. He had no history into politics before he was the governor of Illinois. Anyway, let's keep going. Just moved to Indiana. Indiana's looking like the wave, bro. Indiana, like Hammett, bro, it's finna be the new Detroit. I guarantee you, bro, I predict Indiana's finna come up again. I can feel it, bro. You know how Detroit was down for a while and Detroit's coming back up? Indiana's coming, bro. I know they are, bro. I might just start buying property just to hold on to it. No property, no sales tax, brother. You know how many people go across the tracks just to get some gas? They go across the tracks just to get some cigarettes or go get some pop. They do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit is so much cheaper. Shit, I might go across the track and get some ammo. You get what I'm saying? I know how y'all rocking out there. Yeah. You ever live, or is this pre-recorded? It says, are you even live? Yes, bro. What the hell? Why this wouldn't be live, G? Remember the Boston Tea Party? Yeah, the Boston Tea Party. All because of that, niggas paying taxes for no reason. And then they just increasing. And believe me, these taxpayers that are telling us that we have to pay more sales tax are making $250,000 each. Like, they're making so much money at the wazoo, then they look down on the little folks and be like, oh, y'all should be able to afford it. No, we know you can afford it, but we obviously cannot afford it. It's going to be like it was in the past. And I told somebody this before. The poor people used to live up north in the Loop. Eventually, they increased the property and they increased the property tax and the value of everything. So then they pushed them out to the west and the south side. And then they kind of sat at like Hyde Park, more going west towards like Cicero and shit. And then eventually what's going to happen is they're increasing the property tax again, which is going to push these people out of their own houses that they're born and raised in. They're going to sell it to people, certain people, I don't know if they're colors. They're going to sell it to them, and they're going to get that property tax back down after they done sold the house by force. Y'all know the system. Come on, man. Y'all acting like this ain't real? Sorry. This is real, man. Taxes are the reason for American funding. Yes. Southern Indiana right here Our property tax is not $800 a year. Ooh-wee. Boy, I need to go to Indiana. Nah, actually, I take that back now. I'm not going to southern Indiana now. Like, I'll go to northern Indiana. Let me go to the north, west Indiana. But I'm not trying to be nowhere in South Indiana now. I know the members be there, G. I'm good now. I pay less than $80 a month for property tax. That sounds sweet, though. I might risk it. Your kids are degenerate only if you are. Well, technically speaking, your kids are degenerate based on who they hang with, not just because you can be competent, but say you can't control what your kids see, do, or influence when they're in school. So that's a slightly off statement. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the love, y'all. Agency discipline, accountability is hard to teach nowadays. Well, you got to think about it. You're in the state of Illinois. You're in Chicago school. You're going to work to make the money just to survive. And in school, the teachers are teaching your kids to be gay, right? And how you should focus on your sexuality and that they're not who they think they are. Bro, my kid's 4 and they did that to my kid in my school. I had to say something. They were pushing pride shit on my kid. I'm like, bro, you pushing on 4 years? That's crazy. Then they tried to brand it. Oh, pride just means provident, respectable, independent individuals. Fuck out of here. I was only homeless for 2 years. Eventually, entirely my fault. Finally successful after 10 years. Yeah, man. It's all hard work, brother. LaShawn, what's up, man? It ain't about the people anymore. America is a business. Oh man, America's since I would say the America started getting business in late 90s. That's when shit started really functioning like strict work. Like, hey, it's all business at this point. Pejar, appreciate the love. You say you love my videos. I love your videos, G. Just click that like button. I appreciate the love, man. Let's continue on with that. I appreciate y'all with the comments in the section, man. For sure. I read comments. All you gotta do is subscribe, man. Just don't be saying nothing crazy for real. All right, let's go to the next video. It's your boy Angelo Savage. We got a couple more reactions. We're gonna get out of here, man. All right, so I don't know if you guys heard about this story, but it seems as if niggas are sending cockroaches in a box. Yes, live cockroaches and spiders in boxes to people's house. Let's see this. Who sent live cockroaches and spiders in a box to a person? eBay. Yes. You heard it here first, folks. eBay sent live cockroaches in a box with a mask, a pig Halloween mask with fake blood on it, to a real person for retaliation. Let's play the video. It's your boy Savage. Subscribe now.
This morning, eBay has agreed to pay nearly $56 million to a Massachusetts couple after several former eBay employees targeted and harassed them with bizarre and gruesome deliveries.
So much anguish, so much conflict.
This bloody pig Halloween mask was just one of the items that Ina and David Steiner received at their home, along with a funeral wreath and live cockroaches and spiders.
We don't think that anybody should be stalked and harassed because they are speaking out online.
The Steiners run an online newsletter that was often critical of eBay. Back in 2020, 7 eBay employees were charged with harassment, including an alleged plan to hide a GPS tracker on the Steiners' car. Most of the defendants pleaded guilty. Some were sentenced to prison.
It was difficult and it was painful. It has definitely left scars, but we couldn't live with ourselves if we didn't take this as far as we physically and humanly could.
eBay condemned the harassment and apologized, saying it was wrong, reprehensible, and should never have happened. The company adding it's now strengthened its policies, procedures, controls, and training consistent with the company's ongoing commitment to uphold high standards of conduct and ethics.
It has changed who we are, but I think that we'll see more normal days ahead.
Part of the settlement includes money for charities.
And if you want to know exactly what you'll pay where you live.
This morning,
So
eBay has...
you're telling me that a blog was writing bad things about eBay because that's what they believed about eBay. So the executives in eBay decided to get retaliation against them by harassing them constantly by sending prank-like items to their home. But the prank got serious once they sent real stuff. So this is a mask that they sent, a pig mask, like a Halloween mask. But shit got real when they sent a box of live roaches and spiders to their house. That's when shit got real. And it should have got real. $56 million, I'd take it. Because I can hire an exterminator, but they shouldn't have done that. That was, come on. Because you hate them, and then they know it was you. I'm glad that they reached a settlement, man, because that just looks horrible in the business. That looks horrible. $56 million for a harassment settlement. That's nuts. This looks like an old lady. Look at these grown-ass men doing this. These type of guys, crazy. Like, wow. Irresponsible. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. Would you take I take the 56 million, send me a hella roaches. Yeah, send centipedes, send termites. Yeah, send it all. I'll take the 56 million, man. Y'all tweaking. Because they're vlog people. But look at these couple. So they're just vloggers in their house. And you get so mad at them that you're sending like packages to their house in harassment. And they know it's coming from you. Like, are we like kids, bro? What next? You gonna put a bag of shit on they front porch and light it on fire? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Call them shit boot. Look, I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, like, when is the adults gonna start acting like adults? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not even appropriate. But I will say, I'll take the money. But that was not promised. You have to get rid of the roaches first. Then you got to sue them. And then there's a big-ass litigation. You think they're just getting $56 million in 1 year out of litigation? No, this might have been going on for 2-3 years for real to get that much money. Of course, taxman going to take their split, of doing nothing. But after that, you get to live for what? You get $30-some million, G, from their ignorance. Then they said some of the people went to jail. Some of them got fined. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's like, damn, this is just a joke going too far. Like, watch. Let me go back just a little bit second.
There's so much conflict.
This bloody pig Halloween mask was just one of the items that Ina and David Steiner received at their home, along with the funeral wreath and live cockroaches and spiders.
We don't think that anybody should be stalked and harassed because they are speaking out online.
The Steiners run an online newsletter that was often critical of eBay. Back in 2020, 7 eBay employees were charged with harassment, including an alleged plan to hide a GPS tracker on the Steiners' car. Most of the defendants pleaded guilty.
Nigga, they planted a tracker on the whip. They said 2020. We're in 2026. I told you this didn't just happen. This has been going on for years, bro. And the roach thing didn't probably just happen either. That probably happened years ago, like a few years ago. But still, it's something serious. Because if I open a box and there's roaches in that motherfucker, I'm going to get so blue. Because you just infected my home. I'm not saying we can't get rid of the roaches, but you can't. Look, I tell people this, do not squish a roach. And they be like, why you don't squish a roach? Look, it's the same reason why you don't squish a wolf spider, man. You get what I'm saying? But it's just inappropriate. They're just bloggers, G. Like, come on, man. You just cost the company that much. Of course, they got it, but still, it's just a principle. It's like, do you really want to give eBay that reputation that their executives are like targeting someone that's just a vlogger? That's their job, G. Just give exceptional service and you should be good, right? That's what I would assume. What do y'all think? Seriously, what do you think? If somebody, and you knew who it was, and it happens to be a major, like say Amazon did it, and Amazon sent you a box, and it ain't from no external, it's from Amazon, nigga. It's not from like no person you bought it from Amazon. It's from Amazon. Jeff Bezos sent them himself. He said, hey, I send these wishes to him. He sent you a whole box full of centipedes, roaches, bugs, ants, spiders, all types of shit. Shit that'll infect your house. Disgusting. And these are older people too. Like, come on, bro. I don't even care what they would have said. Like, come on, bro. Look at this. Of course, this happened about 6 years ago, but come on, her hair was no less white than this shit 6 years ago. And he was no less bald than he is. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. I might be wrong. Now tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. This is a despicable outcome. You get what I'm saying? So tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. We're gonna get that sub count up expeditiously. Y'all come to my channel if y'all want the daily news. You know, we talk about things that's trending and everything that has to go on in the world. In that case, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Let me make sure nobody's on the landscape. If y'all don't know, now you know. We actually go live on landscape and we go live on vertical. So if you guys are tired of the vertical, you get more of the ratio aspect, go over to my channel and go to the landscape mode. I know you guys want to see a more visual of the room. You can see the starry night on the wall. See my logo right here, or you can even see Albert Einstein. You know what I mean? That being said, let's continue. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like, I don't know if you guys follow this story, but it was a story where an OnlyFans woman, chick, she was, I don't know, a girl can look good, but if she has a bad attitude to me, bro, and it continue, like, she's like kind of stuck up and everything, a 10 turns into a 4 really quick, right? So in this situation, basically, an OnlyFans model has pled guilty to killing her boyfriend, which makes sense because she originally pled not guilty. And I don't know if you guys remember, this has happened in Miami. A white girl, which was an OnlyFans model, was her boyfriend, black guy. They're in an argument is when I guess she always abused him, and there's camera footage coming in and out the hotel where she would beat this individual. And basically, you know, I'm assuming it was the money, and she's taking care of this guy. So if he don't jump, she get the whooping his ass. Shit. If he don't jump, she get the swinging. Like, he's the bitch in the relationship. Like, but she's pimping. Like, this is a black dude I'm talking about. Like, you know, black dude. You know, we strong as hell naturally. He getting beat on by his white girlfriend. This is cool. She paying all the bills with the woo, but that don't give, you know, where's your pride at, bro? Where's your stand your ground, bro? I don't give a fuck how much money you sue her ass in. But it obviously turned into a tragical moment when she took a knife and her anger got the best of her, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. She stabbed the man. Then, after she stabbed the man, she was not arrested initially. She was roaming the streets as if she was free until, and this is exactly, I'm telling you bit by bit how this happened, until the black man's family came out in uproar about why this white girl just killed her son and was walking scot-free. She was questioned by the police and released. And she was free for 2 to 3 weeks. And then as soon as they got a warrant out for her arrest for murder, after 3 weeks, she was fled to another country, and it took the U.S. Marshals to go over there and get her. And she thought she can get away. Her dad immediately had her get out of the country as soon as possible to try to salvage her. They went over there hunting and brought her back. That's exactly what happened. Now she's in court pleading guilty. Trying to take a plea deal. I wonder what she would get. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Now to an update. The family of Christian Obumseli is speaking out one day after his girlfriend, OnlyFans model Courtney Clinny, announced she will take a plea deal in his killing. Clinny is accused of stabbing Obumseli to death inside their Miami apartment. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero is your reporter in Miami, as the model will soon learn her fate.
The family of Christian Obumseli have been grieving their son's death since April 2022. Through their attorney, they released a statement about Clinny's decision to take a plea deal in the courthouse behind me.
In less than 2 weeks, Courtney Clenny is scheduled to sit inside a courtroom to learn how much time she will have to serve for the death of her on-again, off-again boyfriend, 27-year-old Christian Obumseli. His family's attorney released a statement Saturday that says, "I am pleased to announce the defendant Courtney Clenny, the state, and the Obumseli family has reached a resolution that would avoid an unnecessary trial." It goes on to say, the resolution will be made public at a sentencing hearing on August 10th at 10 a.m. Pleading guilty and accepting full responsibility will begin the process of bringing closure to a very tragic, life-changing event for the Obumseli family. This comes one day after Clenny's attorney made the announcement that the OnlyFans model would not be going to trial as planned. Her attorney said in a statement Friday, the terms of the agreement are not final until accepted by the court. Ms. Clenny, 30, has been in custody since August 2022 in connection with the April 3rd, 2022 death of Christian Obumseli at the Miami apartment she rented. We will reserve further comment on the specific terms until they are placed on the record before the court.
I'll tell you this. This is what I do not like about the court system. She committed this crime over 4 years ago. She's been in custody for over 4 years, right? And she hasn't even been sentenced. They're not even in trial yet. She's just now taking a plea. This is a failure to our system. We allow this to happen, that people can just eat off the system, be in jail, and just wait there. Guilty or not guilty? Why is she in the system just waiting there in custody since 2022? We're in 2026, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So she's just sitting in jail eating. Yes, she should be in there, but let's just get to this verdict a lot quicker. By any means necessary, we need to find out that she needs to be in there. And this chick is mid. See, this is what happened. These chicks, they get all this makeup. Look at it. Mid, right? Let me show you a picture of how she looked when she's out in the public. Look, bad bit. You get what I'm saying? She just threw her whole life away. She's 30 years old. You see, that's what happened. That's what the money will do to you. And then this is what happens when the money don't do to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's serious out here, G. But it's not even funny for real, but it is. It's like, what happens is sometimes, and this is just what I believe, I think the money, and I tell people, money in a man's hand is different from money in a female's hand. Because the power that she has with that money is not the same power the man has, even if it portrays as the same. If I had $1 million, I want you to be dependent on me. If you had $1 million, you want to be independent of me. See, the problem is with this aspect is that the money have come to her head where she felt like she can abuse the man that she was with because she's buying him all these luxury bags. She's getting all this money. She's selling her body online, and her boyfriend must do as she tell him to do. And obviously she was doing it prior to all that, and that's why the reason why it was allowed in the first place. To the point where she has a knife at his throat. She stabbed him in his heart. That's how he died. And then she played self-defense after, because she was scared. So she tried to play the self-defense card, even though on the phone she said that she did it. And the guy was saying he got stabbed. Let's continue. This is Despicables, ladies and gentlemen.
The specific terms until they are placed on the record before the court. Clenny is charged with second-degree murder after she allegedly stabbed Obumseli inside an Edgewater condo on April 3rd, 2022. This video shows an alleged confrontation in an elevator between the pair 2 months before Obumseli's death. Evidence released since Clenny's arrest has painted a troubling relationship between the couple.
I reached out to the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office after the...
You see that, bro? And look, I'm glad that there was evidence of this, and this is what was showing, and this happened like maybe an hour or two before all this happened. She was beating his ass on the elevator. Don't give a damn about what's going on. All he is blocking.
Evidence released since Clenny's arrest has painted a troubling relationship between the couple.
You see? Because she looked at him as someone lesser than him. She like, well, you're going to do as I tell you to do. I pay for your life. You're below me. And that's how she treated him. It's his fault that he accepted it, but he doesn't accept to be murdered by the woman, right? Or just unalived. This is a situation with this situation. Like, I followed this, and I'm like, damn, it's an L for him because not only did he lose his life, his girl was beating his ass. You get what I'm saying? And he's a simp to her because he's just allowing that. It's like you're a sugar baby to a woman your same age, but not only is she your sugar baby, she's beating your ass too. And she's making you look like less than a man. And you're taking it. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe if that's acceptable for the money. You know, I know some women do that. You know, they accept getting beat on or whatever for money and shit. But like, as a man, it's like, come on, bro. That's not even your biological position. But it tragically ended with the death. Anyway, makeup should be a crime. I'm going to end with that. Because, come on. This is how she got arrested. 4 years later, this is how she looking. Look, I'm telling you, it's tragic, G. See, this is who we simp over. This is and let me give a PSA for the individuals that be on OnlyFans buying these women's content. Because if it's not for the simps and the men out there that hold these type of women to these type of standards, I'm be honest, I don't even blame her. I blame the men for making her feel like she is more important than she actually is. Facts. It's not even her fault, for real. The simps out there, I'm gonna blame the men because it's her fault for picking up the knife and doing what she's doing. Yes, that is her fault, but it's the fault of the men out here that's buying her content to make her feel as if she's more important than she is. Putting her value up here when it's really down here. So now, the men that pay for this woman to feel more confident in herself has caused her own demise. Yeah. It's like let me switch it in a different situation. It's like a parent that babies their kid and get their kid everything they want, and when they say they passed on or gave them money to live longer, you know, like an allowance or something, they'd use that money to be a drug addict. That drug addict took drugs and overdosed. It's really the fault of the parents that gave them all the money, not the fault of the kid that was spoiled and got the money and used it for drugs. Yes, of course it was the kid's fault, but it's really the parents' fault for allowing them to have access to something that you knew they should not have. You created the monster, right? Just to give blame on who it is. I always blame the men for things, not to be that type of guy, but I always blame men for the reason why women act the way they do. We're simping over them. So. And I'm not saying there's some beautiful women out here and we lust for them, but that's the problem. If she doesn't reciprocate information, like if she's not reciprocating behavior, leave her gone. Because this is tragic. I feel bad for her. I feel bad really for the guy that she killed. I feel bad for her. And I feel bad for the men that think it's okay to give women like this money to up their self-esteem and their things to make them feel like they can punch grown-ass men that are twice their size in the face. There's no way that she thought, rewind this video, there's no way that this individual thought that she must have thought in her brain that he would not touch her or she wouldn't be beating his ass in the elevator. Pulling his hair. Hey, one punch will neutralize a threat. But I'm just saying, you should not do that, man. You should just leave, and let her kill someone else. Facts. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Let her deal with somebody else and do that to somebody else because he tragically lost his life due to the fact that he allowed her to hit her because he liked the stuff he was eating. See right here in that Burberry. He got a Merce on, G. That's a male purse. You know it ain't cheap. You know it ain't cheap. And like I said, and women are beautiful, including this lady right here. Yeah. But the problem is that we can't be bumping. If I seen her in the street and she's beautiful, I wouldn't even tell her. Walk right past her. Because I'm not finna give her no ego strokes. So then she can treat the next nigga like a simp. Then it's my fault why she believes that and how she behaves that. Yes, it's courteous to do it for them, but they use that as a weapon, unfortunately. In court. Look at that. Is that a Louis Vuitton do-rag? She was getting money. She was getting money. Is that Fendi swimming trunks, G? With this Fendi bra kit? Look, she was getting money, G. And I'm not going to lie. But it, like I said, it didn't give her any aspect to be tearing this dude's hair off. And I was angry. I was angry when I found this out, because I'm like, damn, man, you let a white girl kill you, G. You let her kill you, because you didn't have to let her kill you. She killed you looking at you, bro. She didn't kill you. She didn't stab you in the back now. She was staring you right in your face when she stabbed you. So, and I'm not saying that, oh, because she's a white woman, she can't kill him. He shouldn't have let her get to the point where she can pick up a knife and come at him like that. That's all I'm saying. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Your boy Angelo Savage, man. This is Savage Report. This is Savage Reacts. Subscribe to the channel right now if you want to get the latest news and updates. This is crazy. This bitch is crazy. I hope she is at the bottom of the jail. Okay, give her the life sentence, judge. But since she's pleading guilty, now let me end with this. Since she's pleading guilty, they might be lenient on her. That's the unfortunate part of the situation. A crime of passion, let us say. I guarantee you this is where it sways. Since she pleads guilty, instead of saying, I did not do it, or I plead self-defense and loses, they might give her a slap on the wrist, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as if they were already letting her go out of jail anyway, due to the fact that after they released her, after questioning her, she was gone for 3 weeks before the uproar happened because of the family. See, that's the part that they're not telling you about. But I remember following. This is actually on my page right now if you want to go back and check it out. They might hit her with a slap on the wrist. She might get a good 15. And since she's already in there for 4, she might serve another 5 and get out from good being a good citizen. And then she gonna go and shake that ass again, G, and do it again with another nigga, bro. I don't know if she's gonna kill him, but she might just sell her body again to come up, because to behave that way, you got to be making good money now. She was probably in the $400,000 a month range. I bullshit you not. To be beat on a nigga, you got beat on a nigga money. $400,000 a month, at least. Burberry draws. Anyway, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Peace, we out. All right, comment section. What y'all doing, man? What y'all talking about over here, man? Y'all got something to say about this situation, man? I see everybody in the chat, man. Say something about this. I need other eyes. I want to hear what y'all got to say, because I have my personal opinion. I get the blaming the guys for the actions of the women, because the men are supposed to be the leaders. But how you enforce that is up to the man. I just believe that they're supposed to be the leaders, eh? And when you allow someone to misbehave, you allow them to do whatever they do to you. Just saying. It's like a kid. If you don't discipline your kid when they're young, they grow older and they discipline you. Just saying. I don't condone violence, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It says sometimes it is also the lack of, let me zoom in a little bit. I love intelligent questions. These are great. Sometimes it's also a lack of parents not caring about their children, but everyone else will also do it. Watching them help the world, and you got to beg for a pair of Meyer shoes. SMH. Yeah, man. So sometimes it is the parents. It's how they're raised and how they're and how they perceive. Like, I always tell people this, because I grew up, my mama did the same shit. I seen my mama beat on her boyfriends, right? Or her boyfriend. And I'm like, this nigga like 6-something, height. Like, we're kids at the time. You're hitting on this guy, but this guy is like double your height. He's bigger than all of us. You must assume that he either allows this, or you think maybe you believe if he hits you, you can call the police and have him arrested. And that's probably why he fears not to touch you. That's the problem. And y'all got to understand, a DV from back in the day is different from a DV right now. DV now, somebody got to go to jail. DV back in the day, they can just come out, cry, and everybody got to, they're going to take the man. Now they taking women now. So call the police, man. She beat on you, call the police, and then sue the hell out of her. I don't know. You have the waves there, yes, because that's the he had the LV do-rag on, yes. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate the love. Let's see what else is on the roster. What's else on the roster? What y'all doing tonight, man? What's today? Saturday? What y'all on, man? Y'all drinking? Y'all chilling? Y'all smoking that ganja, that devil's lettuce? Y'all drinking that poison. What y'all doing tonight, man? What city y'all from, man? I want to know. Put your city in the comment section right now. We out here in Chicago, Illinois. We litty. Y'all think this content don't come in, man? We come in all different forms, G. So comment your city below. I want to see where y'all at, man. You at work? Yeah, my boy getting that money. You know what I'm saying? I was at work today. I did 16 hours, bro. I don't stop. I don't play around. And when I did the 16 hours all day long, I'm headphone in the ear, listening to education, listening to how to get more bread. You know what I'm saying? That's just, so you must be an educated individual to be listening to me tonight. Appreciate the love, LaShawn. You in NYC? Ooh, shout out NYC in a business. Y'all know what it is. He said, I'm a girl, Damon. I am a girl. Wake up, Lucky Charm. What up? What up? What up? I appreciate you. My bad, man. I mean, girl. Look. Apologies, man. NYC in the building. Y'all know what it is. Shout out NYC in the business. You heard me? What y'all be saying out there in New York? Y'all be saying on my mom's, on my mother. Y'all be saying you heard? Niggas out here in Chicago be trying to say that shit too now. I be like, come on, man. Y'all know that's that NYC shit, man. Don't be saying that shit out here, man. Tell me you heard? I be like, nah, I ain't hear nothing. All right, let's see what's going on, man. Let's do we even got time for this one? Damn, we running a little late. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back to work again and do another 16. Yeah. You're let's do this one real quick. This is a quick story. I can do the Christian Rock one tomorrow. Because y'all heard about Christian. She's sending them hits out now. If y'all want to know about that, stay tuned for tomorrow's show. So it seems as if a teenager has been kidnapped in Chicago 4 years ago, was found alive, living in the trail of mystery. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Tonight, NBC5 investigates a missing teenager case that has a good outcome, but it leaves behind a trail of misery and mystery for friends and family. It involves a 15-year-old girl who left home in Milwaukee 4 years ago, came to Chicago, and she vanished.
Get this, she's been found alive now in the state of Virginia, and a man there has been charged with kidnapping. Investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy has been trying to unravel this unusual abduction here. Chuck?
Stephen Allison, the kidnapping went down outside of a Chicago movie theater, according to law enforcement. It was June 23rd, 2022, more than 4 years ago. The teenage victim had taken an Uber from Milwaukee to Chicago to meet a man who had arranged the ride for her, a man she'd been communicating with online for several years. Investigators say he finally convinced the minor girl to meet up, and since that day in Chicago, they say he'd been holding her captive.
Wow.
Her dad, he called me and was like, you know, her phone's going to voicemail. And I knew immediately it was just off.
For the parents of this 15-year-old, Joniah Walker, a switched-off cell phone was the key clue that their daughter was in danger that day in 2022. The teenager became a well-publicized missing person, her family and friends begging for help and criticizing Milwaukee police for moving too slowly, pointing to this doorbell cam video of the last time the teenager was seen as evidence of a sloppy investigation.
Everybody on that block has a Ring camera. Why didn't they go knock on the doors?
You guys got the video.
We got the videos, not the police.
No one interviewed me, no one set me down, no one called us to the back. It was me. It was us, me and my family versus the police stations with a glass between us.
Now, 4 years later, Joniah Walker, 19 years old, has been found 730 miles away in a small frame home in Blacksburg, Virginia. Police say she'd been sexually and physically abused while being held as a captive here by this man, 37-year-old Owen Anderson, held, they say, ever since that day outside a Chicago movie theater where he had arranged to meet her following a lengthy online recruitment. Records state Anderson disposed of her cell phone and a burner phone he'd sent her to use in a sidewalk trash can. A few days ago, Milwaukee County authorities filing these kidnapping and child abduction charges against Anderson, who has yet to appear in Wisconsin court and is still in custody in Virginia. Milwaukee police declining our request to discuss the alleged kidnapping or answer questions about their investigation. An officer on the case has said previously that they...
This is despicable, bro. I hate to hear stuff like this. Hate to see it. This is nuts. I'm glad that she's back home with her family, but this doesn't come without trauma, all that stuff. It's like this is mental scarness forever. Look how young she is, man. She's probably not a teenager anymore, but dude, ladies, y'all gotta do better. You gotta do better, man. I can't say this even with my girl, bro. I be nervous for my own girl because she be oblivious as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'3", 235, 240 pounds, swole body. You know what I'm saying? My girl, and I keep a pistol on me. My girl, no gun. Oblivious. Just trouble, just waiting. I be like, dude, look, here's some mace. Here's a taser. You know what I'm saying? Just since you don't want to carry a firearm with you, you know what I'm saying? Just, I go, now you scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, men, teach your daughters to, teach your wives. This can happen to anybody, bro. Teach self-defense. Women, learn how to either carry a firearm, carry one of those things that stab people. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to see this little girl's picture and then, let me see. I hate to see this little girl's picture and then see this nigga. This is what makes me mad right here. I got more mad just seeing him in this nigga's coconut head. Come on, man. And you know what's going to happen to him? He's going to live. He scarred a kid. He sexually abused him, physically abused him, moved him to a state. She don't know where she's at. She took her phone. She's scared. She's underpowered. And you got this dude, the corporate. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful. Because it seems as if, I'm not going to say she was, it seems as if she wanted to go on a date to a movie theater. That's what it seemed based on the video footage that was shown. It looked like she was ready to go. And then she got snatched. That's the flaw with these. Look at that's a big ass bag. That's a bag ready to travel, as if she was ready to go somewhere for a long distance and then got kidnapped. I'm not saying that he's right, she's right. The situation is these children are too busy acting like adults. They have too much access to the internet, which are allowing them to communicate with people 3 times their age. Did I miss them saying how they found her? Let's see. Let's go listen back and see.
Outside of a Chicago movie theater, according to...
Howdy has been trying to unravel this unusual abduction.
Stephen Allison, the kidnapping went down outside of a Chicago movie theater, according to law enforcement. It was June 23rd, 2022. More than had taken an Uber from Milwaukee to Chicago to meet a man who had arranged the ride for her, a man she'd been communicating with online for several years. Investigators say he finally convinced the minor girl to meet up, and since that day in Chicago, they say he'd been holding her captive.
Her dad, he called me and was like, her phone was going to voicemail. And
key clue that their daughter was in danger that day in 2022. The teenager became a well-publicized missing person.
Bro, she was 15 years old. And this nigga looks like he's at least, he's balding. Bro, he's at least like 38 years old. So 4 years, he's probably like 34 years old, fucking with a 15-year-old. And she looks like a child too. 100 pounds, G. That's crazy.
For moving too slowly, pointing
and then,
to this.
Why does it say she's missing from Wisconsin? I thought they met. You see the little paper, it says missing, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I thought they met in a Chicago movie theater. See, there's information here that we're not being told. And that's why I had to go back to this section too. It's like, wait, she left when she was 15, 100 pounds. You know how light 100 pounds is, bro. I can lift 100 pounds very, very easily. And so can a lot of men. She was missing from Wisconsin, but they said that they went to a movie theater. So what? She went from Chicago to Wisconsin to live with somebody, and then she ended up missing from Wisconsin and took to Virginia. See, that's why they're not explaining all the information. See.
For moving too slowly, pointing to this doorbell cam video of the last time the teenager was seen as evidence of a sloppy investigation.
Everybody on that block has a Ring camera. Why didn't they go knock on the doors?
You guys got the video.
We got the videos, not the police.
No one interviewed me. No one sat me down. No one called us to the back. It was me. It was us, me and my family versus the police stations with a glass between us.
Now, 4 years later, Joniah Walker, 19 years old, has been found 730 miles away in a small frame home in Blacksburg, Virginia. Police say she'd been sexually and physically abused while being held as a captive here by this man, 37-year-old Owen Anderson, held they.
Yeah, they didn't say how they found her. They didn't say how they found her. There's a lot of stuff missing in this situation. I know it hits the news. He kidnapped a teenager, but there's something missing because her lost papers say she was missing from Wisconsin. But they said that they met at a Chicago movie theater. But remember, I said on her book bag is, that's a military travel backpack. That's something you put a lot of clothes in. That's something you put a lot of stuff that you need to travel with on your bag. That's not a typical backpack you take to school. You know what I'm saying? That you're going on a simple date with. That's something that you took to travel with you. Maybe on some Romeo and Juliet shit. You know what I'm saying? But then but him knowing what he did, because she's 15, they probably did something. And he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to kidnap her. Because I already broke the law by doing whoop-de-whoop with her. It's weird, man. It's a real world we live in, man. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section, man. Niggas getting weird out here, man. Sometimes y'all gotta stop lusting, man. That's the devil. Devil taking over your body when you're lusting, bro. Just stay away from it, bro. Cause y'all, that's the thing too. Let me end it right here. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure y'all subscribe. But I'm gonna keep talking, bro. And I'm gonna keep talking. It's gonna be my message of the night before I leave. My problem I'm having here is that men. They're gonna be like, bro, you hate men. Like, no, I don't hate men, but I gotta blame men for their lack of discipline, their dick discipline. You gotta blame the women for, let's say, seducing the men to do stupid shit, right? But the men should have dick discipline to not do stupid shit. You get what I'm saying? It's a weird world, man. There's no exemption for what this guy did. This is kidnapping. But when they just explained all the charges, not one of those charges were kidnapping, if you noticed. See, we doing detective work now, damn it. See, if y'all on this channel, you would detect kidnapping, child endangerment, abduction of a child, whereas rape of a child, sexual misconduct. You know what I'm saying? Those should be that should be on the number top docket.
He's filing these kidnapping and child abduction charges against Anderson, who is yet to appear in Wisconsin court and is still in custody in Virginia. Milwaukee police declining our request to discuss the alleged kidnapping or answer questions about their investigation. An officer on the case has said previously that they had no indication the teenager had been targeted by an organized abduction ring.
Can assure you that our agency did check into our databases that we use that assist us with human trafficking investigations, and we have no reason to believe that she was involved in human trafficking.
In an email to NBC Chicago this afternoon, a Milwaukee police official reiterating that position, saying it would be misleading to report that the teenage girl had been a victim of human trafficking. However, the charges clearly lay out that she was the victim of a kidnapping, child abduction, and sexual abuse while being held against her will for years. An odyssey now ended, but many questions remain. Allison?
Chuck Gowdy, thank you.
All right. There you have it there, folks. All right. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. We're going to call it a night, man. We did an hour and a half now. Let's call it a night for the day. There you have it. All right. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate y'all coming to the channel and supporting the show. Okay. Y'all have a blessed night. It's the Savage Report. And it's your boy, Angelo Savage, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. We'll be back tomorrow for another one. I got the news for the blues. I got the blues for the news. That's corny. I just made that up at the top of the head. Look, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight. Before y'all leave, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to check out other videos I have on these subjects. We're consistent with it. Savage Reacts. I give you the Savage reaction to situations. I'm going to make you think on this channel, okay? It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Make sure y'all think with me. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, too, before the end of the vid. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe out here tonight, man. Definitely if you're in the rack, man. We out for the night, all right? Peace.